friend Valerie, who's here to come and so she could share, what she wanted to share with you, and it's concerning plasma entity. So, Valerie, if you hear me, please come up, and I'm just gonna go over some pictures. So, yeah, let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I do hear you. Hi, everyone.
All right. Gene is already aware of your question, but I'm just wanted to say it for the people. All right. So, the question is, Valerie wants to ask about the plasma beings. She's been experiencing few encounters.
So this is my hands. And what I acknowledge with time is that it's like light body. I'm completely white when I'm in the dark. I'm glowing like a white, very bright light. Okay, we see through me lately when I take picture. And this is not just because like I'm moving my hands or anything and it's in motion. It is like that. It's doing that also for my daughter. So like imagine like this is my hand. So I come out like with that. And I was in the water in the ocean, and you could spot me. It was pitch black. And I was glowing like that in the water. There's no luminescence, plankton or anything where I am right now, so that cannot explain it. So those are me. I also see like the aura, like a rainbow aura around me. Okay. So this is one question. What is it all about? Lately the color is turquoise, but I do have the rainbow colors. Some say it's because of the water that is standing on my skin. That could be that. It's a physics explanation, but the see-through, I have no explanation. So that, and there's also other plasma that I call them plasma. I don't know what are they. I don't know if I did send those pictures to you, Taino, of those beings. Yeah, this is one. So those, I call them plasma. They really look at, it seems like they have a face, like two eyes and nose. Okay, they morph. They shape shift. And what I acknowledge is that because they go into fights, so they kind of incorporate each other in each other. This one is not that brightful, but some other are brightful. They are like teenagers in a park after midnight. They kind of hang around and got into fight, and I see like pew 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 like lights that are coming that they are throwing at them.
Okay, Gene, it's all yours.
So first, the Great Awakening is actually the process of the human race going through ascension. The energy we're already going in. So the Milky Way turns on its axis about half every 165-7 million years in there. And so as it does, there's a field of energy that cuts all the way across the Milky Way. I call it the photon belt. The Cabal calls it the Masonic ring. As you go into the planet's solar system, go into it, it increases the energy. Global climate change is happening on all the planet in our system, and the sun itself. That's why part of the Schumann resonance is going up so high, because a sun is actually a ball of plasma energy that's coming down ley line of space, and it's focused at the crossing of many lines. And so then that increases as that energy, you go in a belt of that energy coming in, it's going to increase the energy of the sun, which is going to hit all the planet, and that's going to hit all the people on the planet, and it's going to cause ascension. it's what is occurring, and what you are seeing is the enlightenment is literally your light is frequency is going up. So if you're in service to others, in God, your energy is going to become more and more powerful, more and more positive. If you're in service to self and negative stuff, then it'll become more and more negative, more and more, powerfully negative. And so we're having literally at a point, those two will repel each other and split. And so the ones that ascend positive will go to 4D, 5D, and etc. above. Those that go negative will descend to 4D, 5D negative. There's no negative beyond that because it's part of also balancing and energizing chakra. And they don't do heart chakra because they don't have compassion or heart. So as you ascend positively, you're increasing all of the 6 bodies you have. You have 6 bodies and the Holy Spirit energy activating those 6 bodies. So the 1D, 2D body, which is what medbeds use to regress your age, fix your body, regrow limb, all of that, is the first body. The second body, and they use that to help the second body, which is the physical body or the 3D body. And then the etherical body is almost exactly in alignment with the physical. The next body level energy up is astral. So that has many colors because that's the emotional body. And you can actually learn to look. I do exercise. I teach people how to look and see the astral and the different bodies around the outside of your hand, like you're taking pictures. Kirlian photography by Dr. Kirlian in Russia did the same thing, even would show phantom limbs where a soldier who had lost a leg, for example, in Afghanistan, could still feel the leg. He actually was able to take a picture of the leg. And so what you're seeing is the same thing here. You're seeing different body levels you have. Your astral body will be the one that's like a rainbow, like you said, based on the color. All the color we know for emotions comes from people seeing the astral body, like a yellow stripe down your back when you're afraid. That actually happens. Fear makes a yellow energy around the body, but not like a lemon. It's kind of a offish, kind of ucky looking yellow. Envy is like a pea green kind of color. Rage is red. Also, love is red, but rage is like blackish red, like blood that's curdling or getting nasty, getting rotten. Love is a beautiful reddish pink, like a rose, like you see Taino's colors on his screen up there. And then, all of this, that's astral. Then at the next layer up, you have what is known as the causal body, or the learning body, the sinning body, the karmic body, however you want to call it. And then that energy is slightly larger outside the astral body. Then is the mental body where thoughts and ideas and everything come in. And that's slightly larger again, depending, of course, on who you are and how you are. And then the last is the soul body or the eternal body. So in remembering, before coming down to 3D, if you came as a star seed and you came from a higher density, that would have to be done through the soul body. So, and the right way to project, for example, the safe way is soul projection rather than astral projection. This 4D is a lot of negatives are there too. So like in the decode, the 4D, the matrix, are all 4D negative. They're feeding off of our loosh. So it's a dangerous place. If you're astral projecting and remote viewing astrally, and the Chinese have actually learned how to detect that and have U.S. military has what are called tempest rooms where you cannot go in, an astral viewer cannot go in because they have a Faraday gauge around the room. So they can't come in and read top secret and secret document because it keeps energized with a frequency that keeps a barrier to that astral bodies coming in. Soul body, there's no agenda, there's no mind, no nothing. It's pure soul. So at that point, you're pure. You're not going to get tricked. You're not going to get hijacked and any of that. So it's very important to learn to do that. I have technique on that I was taught too. So you're seeing the different layers starting to, the Great Awakening is that energy getting stronger and stronger as we start to go from 3D to 4D, and getting totally transparent is the process of ascension. And I have techniques I call like ACIO, wheels within wheels, where you can literally start to martial arts techniques I learned and breathing techniques and energy techniques. to get your energy to the point where you can literally phase, like they do with technology, where they phase buildings. The TR units can go through solid rock. Like when I did my second decode, I showed a dome that was in Arizona, and people said that's a reservoir. Yeah, I know it's a reservoir, but a TR3 can go through that to the dome underneath it. So the human being can do that too. We can phase ourselves. Ninja learned how to do this back in Japan, where they can walk through a solid wall. And that's part of the Great Awakening and Ascension, is actually that. Then the plasma beings that you're seeing, actually, this is a war. And it's a war of dark and light, the war of the dark and the light. And you have both types of beings. You have dark plasma beings, or negative ones, and you have positive ones. So that's what you're seeing in the park, where they're fighting each other. This is a war of principalities of darkness and powers and beings of light and service to God. So both questions. Next.
Magdalena van Weert. Okay, Taino. I have another questions for Gene. So there's two. We're gonna go only with one. All right. So the country I live in, Turkey, and my particular little area, Sahara, dust clouds. I call them blankets, and for a good reason. Shadow thieves. Lately, since a few years, lots of mentioning of this dust traveling around over large area. My own take. Thousands of POS UFOs are traveling around, cloak within the S clouds. Sometimes they stop major catastrophic water systems. I may be completely wrong, but I don't believe that this is just dust at all. So your opinion with love. You go ahead, Gene.
Yep. Again, part of the war. You've got, of course, regular dust storm, but you also have quite a bit. We had dust storm here. We don't get that, over the entire state. I'm like, come on. It doesn't even happen normally. Rarely. It rarely happens, but where's it even coming from? We don't have that kind of thing like Sahara dust blowing from somewhere. So, there's a lot of technologies being used. Also, again, of course, the demonics and the alliance is all kind of things going on. The war between the dark and the light. You're absolutely correct. And I love Hannah's interesting hair day that little kitty's having. Thank you, Taino.
All right. Thank you, Gene. So next we have Empress Jennifer SWC. All right. To Eugene, can you describe the Deva Club house / airport under my house? Size, what it looked like, how long it's been there. Is just an underground or also above ground, but cloak. So entrances, exit, on and on. So Gene, I'll let you expand on this.
That's tunnel system that's going under there. And there's a small facility under there. It's about 20 plus, a little over 25 years old. And great to hear from you, Jennifer. Thanks for all the stuff you send me. Amazing. I love it.
Sounds good. And she has a second part question. So what has Solar Warden, all right, preferably Radiant Guardian, been doing lately? What has the mothership been doing, and what beings are on there?
So Solar Warden's composed of now two groups. They've broke it into two major groups: Radiant Guardian, Radiant Glory. Radiant Guardian is from the asteroid field between Mars and Jupiter into the sun. And then Radiant Glory is from that same location, the asteroid field, to the outside of our system, to the Oort cloud. So those two. Solar Warden overall has cleaned the entire solar system. There's some small renegade bases here and there in the Oort cloud and the asteroid belt and other, smaller facilities that they're cleaning, but mostly completely locked down. You can't travel anywhere without them intervening and checking that your alliance are at least neutral and not doing things improper to humanity and the laws of God. So everything is now being monitored, and that's what they do. Their job is to keep things respectful to life. Next question.
Yep, Gene, thank you. All right, so we do have Anna B that's currently with us on Zoom. So Anna, I'm going to invite you to unmute and please go ahead with your question.
No question, just listening, but thanks.
All right, Anna. And Anna, would you mind of telling to Gene, where are you from?
I'm in Craig, Colorado.
Oh, wow. Welcome. I know right where you're from.
Oh, yes. I feel like I'm the only one here sometimes that is, listening to you, but
Craig's not a big place.
Nope. But
All
I
right.
really appreciate you, Gene. I've been listening to you for a while, and thank you so much.
Thank you.